Hey YouTube, this is the Benchmade Nim Cub 2. This is a small sized fixed blade. The blade length is about 3.5 inches. The blade steel 154 cm. And the handle scales are very lightweight Noryl GTX, which is just a very lightweight synthetic material. And right off the bat, I want to say this is a very useful and very high quality blade in its category, which would be a small sized fixed blade. Obviously, Benchmade has done a very good job on this blade. A lot of very nice features. A good price on this would be about $110, but a lot of times you can find it for a lot. It goes for higher than that, but that would be a good price for this. Here's a close-up of the blade itself. You see the crosshatch diamond texturing on the handle right there. You see that it is full tang, obviously, and it extends a little bit past the handle scales. There is a lanyard hole there. That's a little bit of an impact surface. You see the integral guard there and the finger groove there. A textured thumb ramp, very nice. And the blade itself is a more pointed drop point, with a protective coating. It also comes in Tanto. The reason I got the drop point is because, Tanto is known for strong penetration, but as pointed as this is, close up of the tip, as pointed as that is, I felt it would have no problem penetrating anyway, so I didn't feel I needed the Tanto, but I'm sure they're comparable, and it's basically personal preference, but I just prefer the pointed drop point. The weight on this is amazingly light, right? 3.2 ounces, and at that weight, it's actually lighter than a lot of small folding knives. Here you see the knife in the sheath that it comes with. Now this sheath is MOLLE compatible, right? So it's compatible if you're a soldier. It is compatible with your MOLLE web gear. You see it has a horizontal retaining strap with a button closure. It retains it very well. Even with the strap undone, it still holds the knife in through friction. Right, so that's good. The deployment from the sheath, very easy. Alright, so it is a very lightweight sheath. It doesn't make any noise. It's silent. Alright, so I like the sheath in terms of it's light, it's not overly bulky, it's compatible with military stuff, it holds it securely, it deploys very easily from it. Alright, so that's the sheath. Alright, and here you see a size comparison with the Benchmade in the middle. To the right is a 0 tolerance 150 boot knife. To the left is a Tops Mil-Spy 3. But another reason I wanted to show you this comparison is to talk about the uses of the Nim Cub 2. Basically, the 0 tolerance knife is strictly a last-ditch weapon, or it's a military boot knife, and the Mil-Spy 3 is pretty much a heavy-duty, small outdoor fixed blade. It is a lot thicker and heavier than the Benchmade, and the Benchmade is right in the middle, even in terms of the uses. What I mean by that is it can go either way. The Nim Cub could be used as a single-edged boot knife, as a last-ditch weapon. It could also be used as an outdoor survival knife. Although it is not especially thick, it would be a great complement to a larger, heavier knife. Let's say you have I use a Becker Magnum Camp. It's an 8-inch heavy-duty knife. The Nim Cub 2 would be a great complement to a heavy outdoor knife, right? And a third use would be fixed blade EDC. That's everyday carry. The Benchmade is actually light enough and just small enough that not only could you use it as an outdoors knife, but there's a lot of places you could carry it around. If you prefer a small fixed blade instead of a folder, Nim Cub 2 would be perfect for that. Alright, so in conclusion, the Nim Cub 2, very highly recommended in its category, smaller fixed blades. It's very well made, it's ultra lightweight, and really what I like about it is it can just do a little bit of everything. Whether you want a small light utility blade for outdoor survival, whether you want a fixed blade, very lightweight EDC fixed blade knife for just around a suburb, or whether you're even in a military setting and you want a last-ditch boot knife. It just seems like the knife can do it all. Alright, so highly recommended. Alright, I hope you enjoyed getting a closer look at this small fixed blade from Benchmade. Stay tuned for more videos. I am out of here.